I do soul coaching. We do have the members hub, which I have done the twin flame update via zodiac, well, not zodiac signs, but, you know, element. I did mention for the water signs some of the things that can be going on, because that was a very interesting read. So if you're not a member, it's 11.11. When I say 11.11, I think it's $11.11, and it's for the whole month, and you can unsubscribe at any time. If you want to go have a look at it, go have a look. Let's get into the energy for Hi True Heart. Yeah, it was pretty interesting, wasn't it? I have noticed that we are having a lot of themes playing out, you know, with feminines, and feminines may be in a very unique vibe, and we might be, during this transit moving into next month, a bit funky, right? We've got to be careful. We could be a little bit outspoken, right? Outspoken and direct. We're in our masculine for some reason. We could potentially, in our emotions, be more susceptible to memories of the past. We won't be relating to it the same way. Now, this can be unfairness, you know, trying to get balance. You know, it might be you're doing the washing, looking after the kids, whatever it be. It's like you're multitasking. You might feel a little bit frizzled. Hi, Dale. So, yeah, you might be feeling a little bit frizzled, like you got too much coming at you. Most of you are going to keep pretty grounded through it, but there is going to be pockets with Mars transit in Cancer, especially for those of you in twin flame connection. The one thing I would say is masculines are linked to both Jupiter and to Mars. Now, all through the year, we're having Mars transit different signs. Currently, it's in the house of Gemini, so they can be very busy at the moment. And as we have Jupiter doing a new transit next month, it's moving into the house of Pisces, psychology linking to masculines can be coming up. So emotionally, they may be very much in the 5D, but feeling, you know, really psychoanalyzing things, maybe feeling very spiritual and emotional, but getting a lot of downloads and maybe even psychic attacks. And if they're in a very toxic situation, they can be having circumstances surrounding karmic cycles become a little bit heavy and toxic for them if they're not in a and, you know, all of us are sort of in that polarity. It's not like we've got perfect lives and, you know, we've got these cookie cutter lives and everything's going according to plan. All of us have adversity and dramas that we're dealing with. But there is a lot of sacral chakra energy, which is the joint chakra within the journey. And it is because, hi, Char, we had the new moon in Aries. It is, it's base chakra, so there can be, although it's not the sacral chakra in nature, it's base chakra, it's our stability. We're all looking at that. And there can be the intimate energy that's coming out through the sacral chakra because we're using it to get those things done. So if we are really getting to a point that we're not using the energy effectively, it's going to build up like a battery and you're going to need to go have a cold bloody shower. So pour that energy into something. Don't allow it to build up and be wasteful. Otherwise, the agitation is going to be there. Utilize the sacral chakra on things. Some of you are feeling as though you don't know where to... Oh, thanks, Star. You don't know where to, you know, guide your energy to. So you're kind of like, oh, you know, what do I do? How do I look at this? Just whatever is coming up that you have to deal with, tackle it as it comes up. Don't preempt it. There'll be enough drama coming. Okay? You can build pyramids, but ultimately trust the process. Hi, Stella. You can trust the process. You know, don't feel you have to be in the driver's seat with other people's energy. We have enough to stare in our own guidance. It does work, and it moves the solar plexus. Solar plexus is our creative point, and when you're going into separation, I always say recharge the batteries, and that's so from a creative point of view. And from an energy point of view, it's not giving that energy source to anyone else for a time so that you can recharge it, detox it, and you really will find you can become extremely successful in your life. You'll pour a lot of energy into exercise, diet, you know, your day-to-day routine. You'll become more strict with yourself when it builds up and you're exercising. You're going to get the hottest body. You're going to be Brittany, right? So do something with that energy. It doesn't matter what age you are. Even if it's merely to de-stress you. You like my hair? I plaited it last night, and I have a pen in my hair to hold it up because I've got way too much hair. So I was like, right, when I get nervous, I plait, you know. And I was like, I used to plait my hair all the time. So I have plaited my hair. Let's have a look. Walking in beauty. Okay, there might be a lot of things at the moment, feminines, that you guys are dealing with will do. Feminines, masculines, and the karmic cycle. This can be karmic individuals, something that we're learning, and I'm going to do it on both sides. And how the joint energy is going. Okay, so we're having a full haul look at this. And we're going to try and keep it punchy because I've got 3 clients' videos to do. And I have a extension read for Gemini to put into the extension house, and then I've got to do Aquarius, and then by tomorrow you guys hopefully will get, thanks Star, you'll get the next energy updates. Now the following energies that are coming through and how I'm doing the videos is going to be, fingers crossed if I can get this done, I've done the template for your bi-monthly updates, and that will have your moon energy in it. I'll talk about your love life, and it's going to be a conversation piece. It's going to be a conversation piece. And at the end of the video, you can get the astrology dates aspects, right? And that's happening twice a month. And then you'll get the love in between, and we'll get bi-weekly as well. And I'll just come live to do those, right? And then that way I can get the creative content done, the numerology, the twin flame path, the signs and synchronicities. For those of you that don't know, yes, I've been in union for 2, going on 3 years now. And I've been on the journey for, oh God, I'm ashamed to say 20-something years, 28 years, I think it is. I'm here, you know, it hasn't killed me yet. I'm alive. Lobotomy intact. Oh, gossip coming up. Okay, there's things coming up relating to this happy beginning, and there are great things coming, right? Going to therapy. Well, Pisces can be the frequency with these expansions collectively. We're looking at our well-being. We're looking at our health. You know, especially for Libra because it's 6th house placement. So wherever those placements are that I mentioned inside your zodiac signs, that will be coming up for next month. What you can do is look at that and see an idea what's going to happen in 2022. Because when it transits into the house of Pisces, any themes that are going on in your life will give you a key into what you'll need to shift about in order to be ready for that next year. And that's the best way to get the best out of your money, your health, your love life, wherever it's falling. Okay, feminines. You might be feeling as though the world's a very hard place. You may be having to be cruel to be kind. You may be feeling some of these things that are going on, and why the delay has been is unfair. Third eye is on you guys at the moment. Third eye. Okay? This person is thinking about you. So this person in the past, there's a little bit of jealousy coming from them. We'll get it clarified. The jealousy coming through, it's been coming through in all the roots. And it's really weird. It's almost like the feminines and masculines in the zodiacs. This week moving into the 4th week. I do feel it's because the new moon in Aries is there. It's passionate, okay? I wish I knew better. They're wondering if you're with someone. They're wondering why you're so detached, why you're not reacting in the same fashion you used to. You're on their mind, so to speak. Okay, because you're happy. You're doing your thing, and they're like, are you right? But there's something in your aura coming through, and they're thinking about you, okay? But feminines, you guys are thinking about a connection. You could be getting ready to be open to this union. Some of you are getting ready to be open, point blank, zero to a connection. And you're like, okay, moving forward in life, right? A lot of options can be coming up. These options that are coming up, you may feel as though if this person does want to be with you, they do have the power, and it's purely up to them what they do. That if they do want this, they're going to have to put the money where their mouth is, and they're going to have to make that happen. you're very focused at the moment on your self-worth energy, and it can be, and we've got to be careful, it can be a little bit egoic, and I'm only saying that because Mars moving into Cancer, it is feminine energy, it's intuitive. It can be wounds relating to it, but it also can be us coming through very much like we, all those unresolved feelings coming up at once. It's like a dark night of the soul, Venus closet, and it's like, I do the washing, I do the cooking, I do this, it can be things like that. We need to be very cautious. So emotions, if we're feeling these things have been unfair and we've had to be a male in our life the whole time, we could be getting a little bit ratty to do with that. And it doesn't mean to say we're necessarily taking it out on anyone, in particular, but it is an emotional vibration coming through. Now, Mars in your own personal birth chart is what we seek outside of ourselves when we have it inside of ourselves. So feminines might be, you may have already embodied that, and maybe that's the thing to do, is to acknowledge the fact that you've been able to do it and be proud of yourself. And if we don't like it, don't do it, let the trash rot, whatever. So whatever this burden is, some of you do have way too much on your mind. Yes, I'm still on. I've only just got on, really. Anyway. You got too much on your plate. You might be also feeling, being a divine being is a bit of a burden. Being a twin is a bit of a burden. There's some things that you may be tackling. It might be you need to change the spark plugs in your car. And you're like, what term did I use in the member zone? Not MIA. Was it MIA? Yeah. And the MIAs aren't there. And it's sort of like, yeah, I could really do that. Probably because bloody Pluto's going retrograde. That makes sense. Something's going down in each of our lives, and it's like with those endings, only we individually in our own personal lives can bring those things to a close. Yes. So we're having the courage to move forward, but some of you, it feels as though some of you psychically could be feeling, oh my gosh, am I walking into another tower moment? Some of you could be feeling as though you want to end something, and this is why this person is feeling this pull away from you. And it's not, it's just a point in the energy system. It's not that this is a permanency, right? So the tower moments can be, number one, because we're going to be having that full moon in Scorpio, there can be things that I've mentioned inside your zodiac signs. Go look at the moon energy for Scorpio, all right? They're in there. And I bounce back between the last moons, the astrology, how this can be playing out for you. It's going to give you an inkling as to what can come up in the next 4 weeks. Moving into it and moving out of it, moving into the following month. So whatever's coming to an end, it's us shedding our skin. We're shedding our skin. We're coming to terms with things. We're letting a cycle go. Now, from a 3D perspective, you guys can be thinking very human. I always say this, very humanistic. It's over. It's all over. Do you know, usually that is when it comes, is because you have, you're resolved. Now, we have the 7 stages of healing. At one point, you're going to be negotiating. Universe, show me a sign. Why do you think you guys see the numbers? Because you asked outside of yourself, and the truth was inside of you the whole time. There is a point you will stop seeing the numbers. I will do these creative videos, the creative content based on this. It is positive to not see the numbers. When you start seeing the numbers, you need to say to yourself, especially when you get to know them, 111, 222, 333, 1400, it's a good sign. But it says keep on mission. Stop looking outside of yourself. Keep your eye on the ball and not that ball, your life. So in order to stop seeing the numbers, what you need to do is you need to get to a space you understand and have that acknowledgement in you already. And so when you see it, it's almost like, Sula said this, bless, I love it a bit. Wanting to have a restraining order against the numbers is because you already in your soul know. And when you see it, you get mad. So instead of getting mad, say, thank you, I know. Thank you, I know. I acknowledge that. Because you and universe are in sync with each other then. And the more you can do that and detach and just not let it bother you, the more universe will back off from your back and they'll go, this person has this now. They've alchemized it. They don't need us. They're trusting themselves. They're listening. Listening. You've got it. You're the plug. Once you can do that, you'll have movement. So this is a process that many feminines are going through at the moment. And it's many usher this in. It's like many can bring this in. Right? Tower. Masculines. All on their toots. Emotions coming up. Thinking about you. Maybe feeling like they're in a room full of people that now have become strangers. Their old life feels to be a stranger to them. Okay, there. In the past, maybe they feel they were a little bit too practical and rational. Practical and rational, that they thought the way they were dealing with things was the best course of action at that point in time. However, they directly dealt with you. Now, they did feel if they had a title in some shape or form. Sorry, everything's gone pear-shaped. Because we have the moon transiting Gemini, too much on our plates, I tell you. So independence energy will come through. Thanks, Sadie. At the moment, the title, the trade, what they're doing, they're gaining self-esteem through this, which does make sense because the full moon in Taurus that's going to be next month is to do with their income source. It's their self-esteem. It's their income. That full moon in the new moon in Aries that we had, you know, moving through. We're having that new beginning. Having that new beginning. What has to end, and especially in their lives at the moment, is coming to terms with endings. You know, really allowing that, because why? They feel lonely in the old energy. Some of them could be having psychic downloads to do with loved ones that are passed over, but it's to do with cycles and stability. They've been trying to create that, and they're really nearing that edge there. This is a change of plans, though, be it they're ready or not. It's like universe is moving them. They could feel very lost, like I thought I would have got there by now. And having a reality check, it's like, when's the perfect time? You know, sometimes they can be thinking that they need to correct certain circumstances. You know, some of them can be completely single right now, and that can really irritate you guys, that it's like, why is there no movement then? Because until they have a lot of things that you deserved, they attempt to, in separation, correct that prior to reconciliation, and they will not come back until they've done that. And that's for their integrity inside themselves to close that cycle and to alchemize it. They're trying to come back in a different way, because the way they always saw the feminines was, you deserve the best. And the way feminines always saw it was, I deserve to choose what I deserve to choose. But the thing is, when you think about it, it probably wouldn't have been very balanced anyway, because when both energies are operating that fashion, it's only very temporary. So it doesn't mean to say it would have been more successful or it would have had a longer shelf life. And so they chose for you because you wouldn't listen. Something is helping them see the light, and it's to do with what is divine timing, because they do feel you're part of their destiny. They feel that, you know, there's no perfect time. This heart energy, I'm going to pull a chakra card. I'm going to use these. Okay, they've gained self-worth. I did say that. They've gained their self-worth. How do they feel in their heart right now? Heavy. They're not conflicted. Not conflicted. But they know in the past they did really question their beliefs. They're trying. Okay, now they're not weeping, crying, like they know. They've worked on their emotions. The emotion is not the issue. It was a plan they had, and it hasn't turned out according to plan. Yeah. So they still love you, but it's like an old circumstance has not panned out the way they thought it would. They feel it served you well. They kind of feel that, look, they know that you're a very caring, forgiving person, but they also know that you're in their heart very deeply. In their hearts, they continue to think of you, but they are going to fight for you, even if you don't want them. They're going to come through, and it does feel like this new moon in Aries really has activated the masculines, and they're moving fiercely forward. They're moving towards you. They're looking back and they're like, oh, I'm on my way, FYI. They do feel it's really served you, though, because they feel that it's actually changed you. You've come into one with yourself. And they kind of did the same on their side of the fence. They feel that that was really necessary for both of you to mature. And to them, it's been really good energy spent, so to speak. It's like to see you free in your soul and at peace. They have that in a sense that they're admiring you and that they're trying to live by that example. Let's see what this karmic cycle is and what's coming through. It could get bumpy, I'll just say. It really could get bumpy the next few weeks. But don't take it personal. Roll with it. Okay, there can be some dramas and things that maybe we're unable to let go of. We could have concerns on our finances or concerns on our privacy and our well-being. A lot of things to do with home and work. But it's just shifts and changes. We're shaking things up. Okay, the way we saw something can be a bit of a blockage. Especially if, you're looking at the past of what you had and it's been a burden to get there. Whatever you've been working very hard to get, you kind of know something's coming, so you're trusting your instincts with it, and that's on both sides. There is a subject relating to third-party energy that potentially can play out, and it can be the guilt relating to it, but the regret relating to it. But you're going to both have the strength to move beyond this. Yeah, to have this new cycle. It's like when I say it's over, it's old. It's old. Okay. I do feel the both of you together are like a power couple. But there can be a situation that is very pushy. There can be this push-pull energy. You guys might need to be, if you guys gain communication in the next few weeks, the one thing I will say is because Jupiter's entering the house of Pisces, give it a couple of days and try not to take things personal, because the number one masculine energies may be getting a lot of psychic downloads, having a lot of emotion coming up out of nowhere. I do feel, generally speaking, they're going to handle it fine, but, it is a fresh start nevertheless. This is going to be a fresh start. Okay, let's have a look at the third-party karmic energies. Third party energy, please. Oh, they don't want to come out. They're hiding. Separation. I feel these individuals are aware of who the masculine or the feminine is, whichever side the karmic energy is on. They're in awareness of the duo. They're in awareness of this person. There's nervousness to do with this. Definitely nervousness. They kind of feel that you're the bad luck charm. All right, that's caused this. Knowing that you've been there. It's your fault, kind of that energy. They have a plan. They do have a plan. It's a tactical plan. But it might not be based on a reality. But they're trusting their instincts with this. They're going into their instincts. They could have something up their sleeve. This is being run through emotion and fear over reality, and it could be actually, you know, using the innocent card or family, right? They do know that this, okay, to them, whoever the twin is in this situation, they may be a boss in their own life. They're very kind and loving. This can be on masculine's or feminine side. It doesn't have to be a masculine here. But however, they're playing on somebody's kind will. This could be to do with money. It even come up in the twin flame room. Something to do with money and manipulation. But regardless, you know, they're hoping this will create a fresh start. Maybe the money will, but it doesn't mean the connection's going anywhere. Okay, what will this do? Where are we to here? How are they saying it? How's masculine saying it? Or feminine? How's the twin saying it? They're not stupid. How the twins are saying it is that they're being balanced, right? They'll take to court if they need to. But it does feel the masculine is in the magician energy and the feminine is in the high priestess energy. So both of you are in your powerhouse. You're not in a bad place to be. There could be conflicts surrounding families, which does make sense because we're having Mars transit into the house of Cancer. And unity is on the card. So this is where we want to be. And what do I mean by that? It's for any person as well as twins whom we're meant to be with will really be shown. And especially it's anchoring off because I'm doing a Juno special through my website. So if any of you want to join, there's a few tickets left. Juno has gone retrograde. Now, the reason I didn't do it on the day of the retrograde is from my experience. This is about a 13-week cycle. It doesn't happen instantly, but definitely between now and next month. I've never, and I said this to Google, from all my journey, I never get into my ego to believe anything's safe. And what do I mean by that? Be it you're coupled or singled or whatever, shifts happen with Juno going retrograde. It is the feminine energy, all right? But sudden shifts when it does relate to, and it's in the house of Sagittarius, which is almost tradition, religion, marriage, paradigms. Both counterparts really, as well as anyone else in their Venus, is going through a massive shift. So expect the unexpected. Juno retrograde. It's also in the house of Sagittarius, which is currently the South Node, which is changes. We're having an eclipse next month in that house. We're also having Pluto retrograde. All right. In the house of Capricorn on the full moon in Scorpio, it's all underground. Secrets, gossip, hidden crap, Mars in Cancer. Whew, this is going to be... If you could talk about juicy dirt on media, this would be the month to look. From here to next month, I'm going to be... Get your popcorn. Get your popcorn. It's going to be juicy. So, I'm going to pull 3 chakras for the way they're dealing to the past, present, future. I'll answer a few questions, and then I'm going back to my clients' videos. And to get the last video done for the psychic cards, which I've got the extension for Gemini, and I have the zodiac for Aquarius. Saturn's going retrograde next month. Hold on to your hats, Aquarius. Masculines, 3 cards. Well, they seem pretty darn on it, Claire. Okay, do expect communication at the moment. Emotionally balanced, the people that they're not happy with. Nope. My name is no, my number's no. You're going to hear about it. Communication. This did come through, but do be prepared, feminines. They're a bit tongue-tied. Okay, for feminines, because you can be a feminine or a masculine, whoever was the runner or the chaser. Shifts happening. Oh, really? Okay. The communication's not coming from you. It's coming from the masculines. You're going to have clarity. You will know what to do. It's kind of like you guys are being thrown together. All right, universe is like not really giving either of you a choice. This is the in-between card. It's like, well, it is. It's because you already have. Oh, thanks, Star. It's because you already have, but it's almost like whatever this is, it's part of your path, but it's like you're gonna know, and it's like it's jumping in, and it's not you talking, feminine. So you're listening. You're like, what? Some information's coming in, but it's coming through from masculine side. All right, the masculine in the energy. I don't think they're giving it. It is a choice, but it's not. It's like they're being very assertive. Right, very assertive. They're going to tell you what hasn't been working for them. They've been very tired. They know that you're really tired. You're going strawberry. Cool. Yeah, there's something to do with family and home that they're leaving. And they're leaving it behind. Yeah. But they're coming through. It sort of feels like they're not giving you a choice. But it's not that. That's the wrong word. It's like they're coming through like, I know you love me. Something like that. It's strange. It's I mean, even their eyes look funky. It's like, I usually get like this with my twin. We were talking about that. Yes. So if he is watching this video, hi, honey. Yes, he does make me nervous. Still to this day. Shit. Right. Any questions in the house? Did anyone post a question or I didn't see it while I was channeling? Haley. Did you do that chat, girl? Did you do that chat? You just posted one. What did you do? Because that's the first thing that was coming through. Did you do that chat? Somebody's watching. And did you speak? Answer, Haley, answer the bloody phone. Come on already. Okay, why are you feeling scared? Why are you feeling scared? And how did it go? And that's their problem. That's his problem. You can speak candidly, cool and collected. Hi. Be ever so cocky. I know you miss me, but clearly you're otherwise MIA, so I hope you're really having fun with that. You know where I am. Call me. You started shaking. Well, heck, I understand. I'm human, right? It's not... Like, I'm not saying go in and have a bloody affair or anything, but, you know, you can still talk to a person. Yeah, it's like, look. Beautiful, lovely. I love French Kiss. Go watch it just for comedy and Twin Flame Path. The way she was crawling and whacking that food on the floor. Classic. That was me. Oh, you're going to get more phone calls, Hailey. That's all I'm going to tell you. Okay? What zodiac sign was I was listening to? I was doing the reading for Gemini. Bloody hell, Gemini. What's going on with you guys? Any Geminis in the house? Put your hand up. Who's the Geminis in the house? Have you guys been getting song downloads? Your guides were driving me crazy. Okay, Hayley, the song I'm hearing for you, my doll. I've been thinking about you. Is it Seal? It's not Seal. Who is it? Have you been hearing songs in your head, Dawn? Like, I am serious. Your guides are driving me nuts. Go look at the video. Those of you in the member zone already, that video's up. I haven't done the extension yet. But I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure it was on the Gemini. It was like, oh my God. Every sentence there was a song. And I'm going, I was like, I don't think I need to do the card reading because they're talking to me via the songs for you guys. Listen to the songs, please. They're giving you a message. It was funny as fuck. I was like, I feel sorry for you guys. They're haunting you because you're not listening. You're detaching from the 5D. It's part of it. It's quite amusing, but you'll have some forward movement. So there's a little bit of a confirmation for you. I was sitting here going, one song would come through, another one, and I was like, seriously, I'm trying to look at the fucking cards. Oh, Lord. I was having psychic attacks from your twins or guides with all these synchronistic songs. Yeah, Libra as well, I'm telling you. It was the bloody air signs. They were driving me crazy. Okay, what it is something to do with the future. Yeah, it was pretty funny, eh? I was like, I'm going to pull the cards out. Whatever comes through, I'm just going to read it. It's just, usually I close my eyes and I was just like, just going to pull the cards and see what happens. Was there anyone else I missed? I'm not trying to be rude. Gemini's guides went away with fairies with me, so we can blame the Geminis in the house. Did I miss anyone, Shelley? Thank you for all your donations. Stella. Stella. You're a bit anxious at the moment. There's a bit of anxiousness there, Stella. You're okay, but you feel kind of what's the word? You need to connect with Earth, right? You've been busy, lady. You've been busy, right? You're needing to connect with Earth. You've got too much going on. You're a bit sensitive. Probably the whole video, but we're doing super chat questions now. So, okay, Stella, I'm getting that your aura is you've done a lot. You need to be proud, right? You're going to get some rewards through this. It's actually kept you busy because of a process that's going on behind the scenes that you're, it's helping you, but you're really tired. Your aura's a bit. I feel this agitation, and you might be inclined to be snappy, but not necessarily. Do you know what I mean? Just go and get near your garden. Just a bit. Take it and go near your garden. I do feel you could be channeling some of the energy unconsciously to do with TF. And, a bit of emotions coming through from them. But I feel it's going to ease up. Now, as for money, you could have a bit of movement for some reason. Money is going to be good, right? It's all going to come flooding back to you. There you go, Meatloaf. Why are they sending me the song for you? Have you heard the Meatloaf song? And Celine Dion, it's all coming back to me. Oh, God. There you go, another song. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Emotionally for them, a lot of these emotions are coming back, so it's feeling very emotional. They're thinking about you. Same song. I've been thinking about you. It must be masculines at the moment. I don't know. I'll have to ask my twin. Baby, have you been hearing this head in your head? Head in your head? Have you been hearing this song in your head? See, I'm going crazy. Okay, and 1 minute I've got to answer the other question. And who was the other one? It was AA. What was the question? What did I miss? On your work situation, AAA. Well, I know what zodiac sign you are, so I would say at the moment, number one, we're having the full moon in Scorpio. It's hitting your first house. I'm going to pull a card, but the way you know, let me put it that way, you know. Not you, Hayley, AA. Just wait a moment, I'll get to yours in a minute. I do feel, Stella, you'll hear something soon. But there's something going down. There's something going down over there. It's not feeling so fun. It's personal. It's a personal thing. Oh, okay. Is AA in the house or has she gone MIA? Is she here? Okay. So, there appears to be, for Antonella, it's a burden, right? You do know what to do, but you haven't done it yet. You've got to look at the reality. Are you carrying something? Is it just an energy that you're believing something is a certain way? Is it worry? Is it stress and anxiety? But something's becoming a burden. So you just got to look at it and go, you know, it depends on the context of how you're asking. From a work-related dynamic, because there's a lot to do, okay? The mind is needing to do a lot of things. There could be contracts, paperwork, documentation that can be coming up for you. And again, with the eclipse occurring next month in the second house, that can be coming up to be changes. So it's like you're gauging, you're weighing the pros and cons up, I would say. Does that make sense? Now, do you have a specific question, AAAA? In the context of it, like what exactly do you want to know to do with it? Yeah, which I'm doing the client videos today. I work morning and night, so okay. Yes, you are what? So you're weighing the pros and cons. Do you understand what it is? Do you have a specific question, though, in relation to it? Is it just in general work? Work is a burden. It's becoming a burden. You need to look at it from a different angle. If it continues like that, that's not good. Yeah. But weighing up the pros and cons to do with it. Who is the other person? There was another individual. I think it was Hayley. Hayley. What do you want to know, Hayley? Let me look. Dust trim with you. Duh! Why do you think he's calling you? Yeah, by the way, I'm with a girlfriend and I just decided to call my ex. I thought it was a great idea. I'm just going to call her. We're friends, right? We talk all the time. We're friends on Facebook. I'm just going to randomly call my ex. And I think, honey, you understand, don't you? We're in a very committed relationship here. Exactly, and that came through in the read. It doesn't have to make sense to us. You just need to, hi, Diva. How are you, my girl? You just need to look at it and take it as a compliment. Look, you can still be friends with exes. I would say that, but 9 times out of 10, if you're a friend with an ex, It's either you totally put them in the friend zone, and it's like, and I'm not really feeling that, because this is a person that blocked you. You don't block a person you don't care about. Okay? Who of you in the house would ever block someone if you just didn't give a shit, right? If you did, you'd never unblock them again, because it's like, you're to the left. I ain't never unblocking you again. If you're trying to get a person's attention, the masculines or feminines, we all do this when we're going through a stage, is you will block it to trigger that person to come and see you, or because you're having a temper tantrum. Right, so this person at the moment is doing that, and that because they're trying to control themselves. So it's a way that they can protect you. They're protecting themselves. They're putting themselves in hermit mode, and they're like, no, I don't want to be bothered. It's their only control they have in the world. And then you go, okay, fine. I'm going to adhere to that request you had. I'm just not going to talk to you then. That's fine. Leave it unblocked. Then they get challenged, because they're like, they're in control of their own minds and what they do. Right? This is masculines. They're in control. All of us are always in control of what they do and what they think. So if they're calling you, what's happening is they're getting to the point, they're going, hey, Hayley. My niece is called Hayley, even though, haven't seen her for many years. Twins daughter. Twins niece. So I'll pull you a card, but I'm telling you from my experience, that poor person that's with them, right? Silly. No more super chats after this. I've got to catch up. And then we'll get back onto it in a minute. This silly is... Oh, now my twin's calling me. We should have a three-way conversation and ask if he agrees. But he'd agree. I'm telling you. Why do you feel bad for her? If you can sit there and you are knowingly with a guy that you can see isn't completely open to you, you're giving it permission. So don't feel sorry for her. She's saying that's okay. And look, it is okay to talk to other people. It's not against the law. You haven't jumped in the sack. You're just having a bloody conversation. And you can't stop emotions that are there. You can behave adultly and be, full of integrity, but you're not doing anything wrong, Hayley. Okay, listen here. We're all goody two-shoes, right? You can still be divine, but be in honor that that person is thinking about you. And do you know what? I thought about my twin. Was I going to do anything wrong? No. I did in the past. That was my karma. I got a lot of karma. But after learning that, it was like, no, when you know better, you do better. And you don't want to hurt people. So you showing up in a fashionable fashion of saying, look, if it was to come to them and they were to ask you, no more super chats, guys, because I've already got about 5 there. But thank you. If I have time, I'll do more. So in answering, I'll pull a card. You're not doing anything wrong, Hayley. Relax. Okay? He makes you nervous still. I understand. Okay. Yeah, you're a high priestess, okay? If that other's not a high priestess, he'll choose who his high priestess is. He's like, hey, Hayley. Now, don't call him back. You leave it open. They can call you. You don't get down and dirty and talk about it. And if they do, you just say, look, then if that's something you would want with me, you would need to sort that and close that. No, I won't be here forever. But I mean, if you do want to have a connection with me, that's my rule. And that's the healthy boundary with self. It's like, I'm not playing, do right. Because we're not enemies with sisters. We're not enemies with brothers either. The only way we can change that is by us being honourable, but it doesn't mean you can't talk to someone. We don't own people. Mars in Gemini can make us very jealous at the moment. It's, I own you. Where have you been? What are you doing? Next up, Diva. Diva, how you doing, girl? I've been thinking about you. Is TF driving you crazy? Too glam to give it down. You are, girl. You should see her. She's stunning. She's the most attractive looking lawyer girl I've ever seen on the planet. Yes. Legal representation. You're moving forward. You're going to have movement. I'll pull one for your twin. You've got movement forward, right? And you'll be like, okay, this is making them feel a bit confused. You could get a little bit of jealousy there. Did you have a conversation with TF? Because it feels like it feels like energy or ultimatum. It's like, meh. That's sort of how it's going. Val. Yeah, it's sort of like you've... Yeah, well, it's like, look, I'm moving on up, moving on. Now, you wait. You give it a couple of days. The paranoia energy will seep into twin, because it's detachment, and detachment came through in the twin flame mode for feminines. Detachment is an element of healing. It's, well, hey, the reality is you should always be present in, how do you put it? Be present in the moment of where you are. So at the moment where you feel today, you feel no, that's okay. Tomorrow you may feel different. Don't be mad at yourself. Just go with the flow with it. Okay, who was the next? You just, David, honestly, you're focusing on your pentacles. You're like, and your value. You're like, this is me. So the next person is Val. Val, you've been working your butt off, girl. Okay, there is a person around you that, there's a person around you that is irritating. It's not twin, this is somebody else. You're tired, I know. Okay, be careful, because I do feel a feminine energy around you, and you might get a bit slappy. That sounds dodgy. Snappy, you know what I mean? You want a bit of freedom. You're doing what you can, Val, to get to a point that you've got your schedule on check, and you want a bit of a holiday. But you're sort of like, I know I need to do this, and I know it's like, it's going to be okay, but, you kind of want a holiday too. You're like, is this worth it? You might be inclined to be a little bit snappy. How's twin in the mix of this? They're snooping. They're snooping at the moment. They're having a bit of dramas in their life as well. You guys are in the same frame of mind. There's a lot of matching here. There's a lot of mirroring. Both of you are trying to get the balance, but it's almost like emotionally, you're being very strict on yourselves, and you're trying to, how do I explain it? It's like you're believing you want it to be in a different position than where you currently both are. And it's not just to do with the room. It's like you're being strict on yourself to do with work, business, money, life, home, and the people around you. Do you know what I mean? As for money, Val, it's going to be flooding in. But I do see you wanting to have a small holiday. Just something to refresh yourself. Does that make sense? I wouldn't be surprised. I think you've got a higher likelihood of both of you being on the same wavelength. For a lot of us in business, those working either in media, teaching, expansion, if you've been working really hard the last 2-3 months, really hard, it's almost like you're going to get the slingshot effect with that Sagittarius eclipse. So look back to where you were last year, the beginning of the year, and how much you've evolved, and you're going to have a new cycle happening, but there can be paying the ferryman energy that, especially from the Taurus to the Sagittarius moon next month, you'll get that. Emotions relating to betrayals can be coming up, but I just feel, Val, if anything, don't think, I feel by the time you guys are communicating, which does feel fairly soon, they're trying to check up on you. But when I say check up, they already have. It's either via social media, webpage, something like that. It's like they're snooping, but they're proud, right? They're proud. Where are you going, Hayley? To the lavatory. So, who do we have next? But yeah, Val, I'm not having a bad feeling, but when they do come back and the communication comes in, I really just feel mentally both of you are on the same page. SK, what are we wanting to know, SK? What do you want to know? Are we just picking a card? Thank you, Diggle, for that. Let's have a look. What zodiac are they? Most energies at the moment, in the next 3 months, majorly huge shifts and connections, huge shifts around. We've got all the retrogrades happening and we've got Juno in Sagittarius. So in the twin flame connections, oh heck, yeah, well that makes sense. I've got Moon in Cancer, Twins Cancer, and see, the Pluto retrograde is in the House of Capricorn. Which can mean, for some Cancerians, if a relationship or a contract or a job isn't happy, they won't want to be there. There can be a lot of reflection, and they got, Gemini on the 12th house, which they're really speaking their mind and they're more assertive than they used to be. So, we innately are really good with family, but it's also healthy boundaries are really required so it doesn't override our whole life. They're thinking of you, but they're choosy about their connections. With Mars moving into Cancer, they're going to be super busy. A lot of money coming to them. But it's also self-worth energy. It's like that self-worth energy, and they'll Mars people. I mean, ask the Geminis in the house. How did you guys go with Mars transiting your sign? You had a lot of energy. You felt tired, body tired, mind overactive, having more energy. Now it's burning them out, like getting them tired. Now it's like, oh, that was a recharge. It's like Energizer batteries moving through. I feel, SK, this person, they feel they focus too much on work. They're trying to get work and love in balance. Do they have children? They do want to join. There is the intention for joining. When you're a twin flame, you always go, who's got the children? Do you have children? They're making mention of children. I'm seeing 3 children. Who's got children? Is it a sister, a brother? Is it you? There's children around this person. This could be nieces, nephews. There you go. They're spending time with that individual. I feel them there. Why? I don't know. But I can see these kids around them. There you go. Okay, so at the moment, yes. When you're in a twin flame path, you're always going to have a reconnection. What you do with it is purely up to you. I would not be surprised if they're living there, because I feel energy around them, like a lot. Different ages, and they're not I'm not seeing them to be small. I see them at quite tall. This could be 12, a little bit younger. They're staggered ages. This can be even that they have 3 siblings too, because it just feels the people that they're around is very familiar at the moment. They're in a transitional state in their life. That's what I'm saying. I don't feel they're home. No, I don't feel they're at home at the moment. Yeah, so, this is around a group of people. This is, they're not currently at home where they are. Whatever's going on, it's in a group setting. Don't feel a partner around them. It feels a bit of a sad event, but I mean, they're nonchalant, like they're okay. Do you know what I mean? Who was the next person? Yeah, thank you guys for the thumbs up on the video, because it does help it kind of move around the algorithm. If you feel it's relevant and you feel somebody else would need a psychic reading as a twin flame and it's relevant, click the bell, because that does help them find someone to have their support. That's okay, Swope. Well, I don't have a bad feeling. I see this person sitting, it's almost like on a bar stool. Feels like they're on a bar stool with a group of people. I see them sitting at a kitchen counter, but it's at a family's home. Who was the next one? Was it the one that went away? Was it my Melina? Was it Marilyn? Oh, you're on the ball, Shelley. Oh, was it? Are we there yet? No show? In what way, Antonella? Chuck yours up, doll. I'll quickly answer Antonella's, but put your question up and I'll get onto it straight away. In what way, Antonella? Be quick and punchy. In what context? Emotionally, for your job, in what sense, though? I mean, your team leader, I don't think it comes down to the team leader at the moment, love. I think it comes down to how far you can go with this. I'll pull a card. But your team leader at the moment is just, yeah, at the moment, the way she's saying, you're not coping with the stress. So it doesn't actually come down to her. It comes down to what you're going to do with it. She doesn't have an issue. You can continue on with it. But the thing is, the way she's saying it, this is what's happening. And unless it can get to a point that it balances, like she's like, what do you want to do with it? She's kind of handing it back to you. Who's the... Does he want you? Let's have a look. Okay, at the moment I do feel there's a potential yes, Melina, but I feel you're still quite guarded and you're... Has it been something... That's okay. Has it been something that has happened most recently? Like, is there... Because I feel something very raw and... sort of like something's happened most recently. What is this that they're making reference to? Because this is quite raw. It's quite... Do you get what I'm saying? Hey, Hayley. I'm just answering Melina's and then I can move forward. Because it feels like you're protecting yourself at the moment. I do feel this person is wanting to, yes. But it's funny that the Hermit card come out. It feels you're on guard. Your soul at the moment is blocking it because your soul's not trusting something. So it feels that this could be something that's quite raw. It's either, you're not trusting it or, yeah, it's fresh still. So I think at the moment, yes, but I think you're healing still. So I think you need a little bit of time. Do you get what I'm saying? It's just you need a little bit of time. The love is there, but you're going through a rebirth. It's like a butterfly going into a cocoon. Feels very raw. And you feel like you're doing the right thing, but you're like, am I doing the right thing? For the bigger picture, just be honest and earnest. Keep the communication open. But I met someone new and I want, but if you're healing from a previous situation and so are they, you're pretty much mirroring each other. And 9 times out of 10, that's how it goes. So just take your time. Don't put pressure on yourself. Enjoy the person's company. No expectation. Be open to receiving a connection in a different way where it doesn't have to go to intimacy. Do you know, right away? It doesn't. Just be you. I don't have a bad feeling. It will be a change. Just, do, instead of like, choose what you want to do. If you could be like, oh, do I, don't I? It's up to you what you do, but only you can bring it down. Only you can make that decision. Do you know what I mean? It's what's going to be right for you. I mean, from what I did when I had my separation, it was like I went into MMA for a long while there. And then I started enjoying people's company again. And then, I was doing a lot of soul healing and enjoying male company. And I needed that at a base level to get to a point I could then rebuild trust and just enjoy people's company. Was it Haley up next, Giggle? I'm going to have to tuck Giggle into bed soon. Jeez. Haley, did you have a question? Did you post it? Who's next? I don't know where I am. I don't have a bad feeling, but at the moment I think you're on the fence about it. Okay, Melina? I hope I'm getting your name right. The print on my screen is so small. He does. But there's complications there, so it depends. You're kind of looking at it like, oh, what do I do from that? You're just enjoying the vid. You're enjoying our company, are you? Yeah, they do. Let them sit with it for a bit. Everyone is pretty good, I think, but you can ask them. So have we reached the end of it? I think most people will know. Look, don't think too much about, the success of things. Juno going retrograde can bring uncertainties, but it'll more come. Look, the funny thing is, our ego can say Juno going retrograde can mean that feminine is bringing the tower down. No, never happened that way for me. No. It usually happened for me. For my sake. Universe knows best. Trust Gaia. It was like, what? What happened? I thought we were going one way. Now we're going another. Just trust, universe. It sounds icky. It's saying you did. Okay, so pretty much, yeah. Anywho, did I do all the super chats? Because I need to get onto the Gemini video, and it's now 12 o'clock here in Australia. And I've been up since 4. I've got clients' videos to do and 3 videos for Saturday. I might be able to open them tonight, but I have to give them to the members first. That's the contract. Members get first dibs first and then it jumps through. So I can be on time, I have to do that. I think I've answered everyone's questions that paid for the super chats. Thank you very much for your kind donations. If you do want to book in, you can go to the link directly below. If it does come to my awareness that I did miss somebody, you can put it in the chat after, like in the actual information box below, and I'll go back and watch the video and check. You're most welcome. Okay, I will see you next Friday. I may pop up midweek, we'll see. And I've got the zodiac signs. If you want a booking, book soon because, the schedule is filling up and the Juno tickets are happening this Monday. So and it's my Western Australian Monday if you want to join that. And we can do the channeled energy for that. It's happening via Skype. So go collect your tickets. They're $30. They're via the website and they're almost running out. And I'll see you on the other side. Take care. Sending you love too, doll. Take care.